This is a story about a small-town girl who liked writing as a hobby. At the age of 6, she wrote her first story about a rabbit named Rabbit, who had measles. She narrated the story to her mother. Her mother liked it a lot and praised her for her effort. She also encouraged her to write more. In school, she was always kind of shy and unsociable. She would live in a world of fantasy, and she always kept on writing something into her scrubby little notebook. At the age of 15, her grandmother died, with whom she was very close. But misfortunes in life never come alone. The relationship with her father soured, and her mother became seriously ill with a brain-disabling disease. Her mother's condition was getting worse by the day. For this little girl, her mother's illness was the biggest shock of her life. Very soon her mother passed away, and she felt the loss deeply. So life went on, and one day she was reading a local newspaper, and she came across an advertisement for a job as an English teacher in Portugal. She was in search of a job and wanted to start a new life, so she took the opportunity and went to Portugal to teach. One day she met a TV journalist in a bar. They talked with each other and found out that they both shared an interest in English novelist Jane Austen. They liked each other's company, and soon they started spending more and more time together. After a year, they got happily married, and a year later, they were blessed with a beautiful daughter. But again, her life took a dark turn. She became the victim of domestic abuse, and one day, her husband drove her out of the house. She left the country with her newborn child. She was unemployed and was surviving on state benefits, while taking care of her daughter as a single parent. This was a very dark period of her life. She was so poor that her friends helped her to pay the rent. Sometimes she wouldn't eat so that her daughter would have more food. And because of all of these circumstances, she considered herself a complete failure. And it seemed like that band of misfortunes would never take an end. She fell into a deep depression. She had no hope to survive, and she even tried to take her own life at one point. But her daughter inspired her to seek help, and eventually she decided to do what she could do best: to write fantasy novels. She would forget about everything while sitting at her desk, and so she started writing more and more. She would often go to the cafes to work on her book while her child had a nap. Although she couldn't even afford food at the cafe, she only ordered 1 cup of coffee during her writing sessions, just so the cafe owner wouldn't kick her out. Somehow this way she finished the first 3 chapters of her novel. She sent the story to a publisher, but unfortunately, they quickly gave her a pass. She sent it to another publisher, but again, the answer was no. Her mailbox was filling up with rejection letters. After sending her story to 12 different publishers and getting rejected by every single one of them, she began losing confidence in her book. Finally, one day, the editor at Bloomsbury Publishing Company sat down to read the story. Fortunately, her 8-year-old daughter was there too. The little girl loved the opening chapters, and she was very curious to read the complete story. This made the publisher agree to publish her book, but the publisher also advised her to find a full-time job and said that she wouldn't make any money writing fantasy stories for children. In June 1997, at the age of 31, her first novel, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, was published with an initial print run of 1,000 copies. When readers tasted the story, the demand for her books began to rise dramatically. 5 months later, her book won its first award, the Nestlé Smarties Book Prize. And soon, J.K. Rowling went from being an unemployed, depressed, single mother living off state benefits to one of the best-selling authors of all time. Her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, is one of the best-selling books ever written. Currently, the 7-book series has sold more than 450 million copies worldwide. The movie franchise based on her books has grossed $7.7 billion in box office revenue. In 2004, Forbes magazine named J.K. Rowling as the first person ever to become a billionaire by writing books. She didn't become successful overnight. She had to face a lot of misfortunes and rejections, while taking care of her child as a single mother and fighting depression. All those failures helped her to become stronger and helped her finish her first fantasy novel. Despite all of her wealth and fame, she never forgot the hardship and pain she had to experience. She has donated so much of her wealth to charity that she lost her billionaire status in 2011. J.K. Rowling's story shows that hard work really does pay off. From her life, we can learn that if you have a dream and if you keep getting rejected, you should not let that stop you. If you hit rock bottom, don't let it cripple you. Instead, use rock bottom as a foundation, not a conclusion. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. That were J.K. Rowling's words at her Harvard commencement speech.
I hope you people like this, and I hope this will help you to start a new day with a new mindset. Now we are going to move for the class. Wait. just a- Okay. So in the previous class, we have finished discussion about EDM, that means electro discharge machining process. And I said that in today's class, we are going to study about EDG, that means electro discharge grinding or electrical discharge grinding. Okay. So can anybody tell me whether we have studied any kind of grinding or unconventional grinding process other than the conventional one? Can anybody answer me that whether we have studied about any kind of unconventional grinding process other than this EDG till now? I am saying till now.
Yes, sir. In the last semester, we have seen as a grinding process.
That is conventional grinding process. I am discussing, I am talking about unconventional or non-conventional grinding process.
Grinding.
Forgot. Acha. You studied about ECM.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Electrochemical machine.
did you study about ECG, electrochemical grinding?
No, sir.
You didn't study? Okay, great. Okay, fine. So, you people do one thing, just go through the previous class videos once again, which I have placed in Drive. Just go through, then you will get the answer whether we have discussed about something called ECG, that means electrochemical grinding or not. Okay, so then you will get this answer, right? So if we call about grinding, we can classify it into two categories. One is conventional, another one is non-conventional. Okay. Now, in conventional one, already you have studied in the previous semester that we have different types of grinding processes. Okay, we have got different types of grinding processes. You might have already studied about grinding wheel, as well as what will be the specification of grinding wheel. Uh, mm, uh, these things already you might have studied. Okay, like you have studied about surface grinding machine also. I feel you people studied it, yes or no? Hello? Anybody? Can anybody tell? Huh?
Sir, your voice is low, sir.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So did you study about conventional grinding process? Have you studied? So in conventional grinding process, which you people have studied, might have studied in previous semesters, we had something like surface grinding, then cylindrical, then you had internal grinding, then something called centerless. Did anybody know centerless grinding? Did you study it? It is very important question for your interviews. Centerless grinding. Then many are there like gear grinding, contour grinding, thread grinding, etc. Many are there. Okay. So in those processes, what we found that we are going to have one grinding wheel. Okay. And in that grinding wheel, we are connecting this grinding wheel. We have connected with one motor. Okay, we are connected with our motor, and once the motor is rotating, this grinding wheel also will rotate, and we are going to place any object. Say in case of surface grinding, we are going to place a workpiece over here, and we are going to fix it with some fixtures, and then we are going to keep it on a table. Okay, then this table will have some feed mechanism. With that, if we are bringing it up, if we are bringing the table up or moving it up, then this surface will be in touch with this grinding wheel. Okay, and then in the grinding wheel there will be many abrasives present. So those abrasives will start removing materials from the top of the workpiece in the form of powders or debris. And in this case, we found the material removal rate was also very low. As in this case, we are not going for direct machining process by using some single or multiple point cutting tool. It is mostly used for finishing operation. So those things we might have studied in grinding. Okay. Now this table will have XY feed as well as Z feed. Okay, so these things already you might have studied in previous semesters when you studied about machine tools subject. So these all are about conventional processes. Okay, but there are some non-conventional techniques also where we use grinding wheel attached with some non-conventional or unconventional machining system. Okay, or this is sometimes called as hybrid grinding also. What I said? Hybrid grinding also. Okay, now what are the different hybrid grinding systems? I have already discussed that there are many hybrid grinding system. Okay, so in hybrid grinding system, first one which we have studied in this semester is ECG, or electrochemical grinding process. Okay, now in after electrochemical grinding process, ECG, now we have got EDG also. That means electric discharge grinding process also. So in hybrid grinding process, we will have the mechanical kind of grinding process along with any of the machine non-conventional energy source. Okay. So as I said, ECG we had. Okay. Then EDG we have. Then we have got USG G also. Ultrasonic grinding, that is also possible. Then here only in EDG, another one is there, that is called EDDG. EDDG, that is electric discharge diamond grinding. Okay, so these kind of things are there. Now we are going to study about EDG, or electric discharge grinding process. Okay, so EDG, or electric discharge grinding, is the process which works on the same principle as of EDM. Okay, so here we are not going to have the tool like we have used in case of normal EDM process. We are going to use a grinding wheel, or one kind of wheel, or rotating wheel, which will be made of electrically conductive materials. In general, we use graphite, okay, in place of tool, right? Now, a part of the grinding wheel and the workpiece will be immersed in the dielectric and will be connected to pulsed DC supply. Okay, pulsed DC supply. Okay. Now, let me draw the circuit diagram of it, of the diagram of EDG, and then we will be able to discuss. Anyhow, I'll finish some discussion in this page, and next page I'll go and I'll draw the diagram, okay, so that you can understand it very better way. So what we found in EDM, that we had a tool which was connected with the negative terminal, and we had workpiece which was connected to the positive terminal of the power supply, and here we maintained some interelectrode gap. Okay, IEG, interelectrode gap, we have maintained. And the mechanism I have already said, that electrons will start moving this side, and here we'll have presence of dielectric. So these electrons, so these free electrons, okay, which are moving, so they will be ionizing the ions which are present in the dielectric fluid, and will make a plasma channel over here, and hence it will allow the electrons to flow in this direction, and that will strike on the surface, and will generate some heat, produce some heat, and then it will melt the workpiece and vaporize it. So these things already I have mentioned, okay, in EDM process. So here also we are going to have the same kind of thing, but in place of this conventional tool, we are going to use some grinding wheel. Why we do it? Whether we require any sort of abrasive to be present on the grinding wheel or not, that also we are going to study over here. Okay. Now, when we discussed about ECG, few things I just want to remind you, that we used a grinding wheel, and in that just in a brief I'll explain once again ECG, because then only you can understand the difference between EDG and ECG. This is another one question which is very important. Okay, so in that case you might have noticed that we had the grinding wheel which was conductive material, or which was made of a conductive material, and exactly out of it we have got one insulating chamber. And in this insulating chamber was filled with some abrasive particles which were like diamond dust. Then we had Al2O3, etc. So these kind of silicon SiC. So these abrasives we have kept the outside of this. That means this was made of conductive materials, because in this ECG process also we require electricity to be passed, or there should be some flow of electrons. Okay, otherwise it will not work. So this process we have studied in ECG. But in case of EDG, we are going to have a similar kind of grinding wheel, which will be definitely made of electrically conductive material, But in this case, we are not going to use any kind of abrasives. Now you will be telling me, or you'll be asking, sir, then how it becomes grinding process? Okay, in previous case we have used some abrasive particles, but in this case there is no presence of abrasives, and still we are calling as grinding. Anyhow, in case of EDM process, the material removal was very low. Okay, so materials in forms of debris were coming out from the workpiece. In this case, whether we are going to have more MRR or less MRR or similar kind of MRR, or then why it is called grinding? Just because we have used one wheel in this case, like grinding wheel. Yes. So in this case also there is no much difference. But one difference is, in previous case we have used some flushing mechanism, so that here this plasma channel will be broken, and from here everything will come out or will be flushed out, and which is a very, very, very important property in case of EDM. This thing I have discussed already. So flushing plays a very big role, or an important role in EDM process. So here, in case of EDG, we are not going to use any flushing mechanism. We are not going to use any flushing mechanism. Then you will be asking, then sir, how we are going to replace these things, or how we are going to flush away all these particles and everything? If there is no flushing technique, yes. So in order to achieve the flushing, we have produced this grinding wheel. So this grinding wheel will not only rotate, it will act as a supplementary of the flushing mechanism. Now let us try to understand how it does. If you keep one, suppose this is one wheel. Say this is one wheel. And in the wheel you have got some threads kind of things like a gear teeth. Okay, now here we have got the center of the wheel. Now what you have to do is you keep one chamber, okay, which will be filled with some liquid, some chamber which is filled with some liquid. Then immerse it on it, not fully, partial immersion, like this much. This much portion is immersed already. Now, if we rotate it, what will happen? Can anybody say? Suppose here you have got water or any liquid, anything. Okay, some water, anything you have, right? And you have this kind of profile on a wheel, and this one you are immersing just little bit, this amount, for example, here to here, this much amount we are immersing onto the liquid. Okay, and you want this wheel to be rotated either in this direction or in this direction. Then what can you find, or what will happen in this in this passage? Can anybody say? Can anybody respond? Actually, this one I was simply discussing. I'll draw a big diagram only. Okay, someone has already told more size. I'll draw it. So in this case, what will happen? Can anybody respond? Ja. No response. Anybody listening to the class?
Yes, sir.
You're listening. Only you will listening. Listen, Manideep. Acha, then Manideep, you tell what will happen in this case. You understood? Say here you have got some water. Okay. Now you have got a wheel which has got some thread twist like this. Okay, and the wheel is rotating in this direction, say anti-clockwise direction, it is rotating. Then what will happen? Can you tell?
This wheel is a grinding wheel, no sir.
Forget about grinding wheel, any wheel. Forget about grinding. Some wheel, okay, I am rotating it and I have immersed into water. Then what is going to happen?
The water is going up, sir. Some amount of water is going like this. If in this clockwise direction.
I have shown it is anti-clockwise direction. In this direction, say it is rotating.
Yes, sir. Wheel is rotating in a clock anti-clockwise, no, sir. So water is some particles of water is going in a clockwise direction.
Particles of water will go in clockwise direction. If you have, okay, if you have anything with you, suppose some rotary type of thing in your hand, you just try it. You take a mug of water or a bucket, you take some water and then rotate it. Okay, will you not have some automatic flow of water in this direction, or will the water start flow in this direction or not? Tell me. I am rotating the wheel in anti-clockwise direction.
Yes, sir. Water will flow in
This direction. It will
water will
happen or
flow.
not?
Yes, sir. Water will flow, sir.
But I want this only. So this
Okay.
change you will observe.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
go in deep. This is very simple thing. I have some water. Okay. Now in that water you have immersed a wheel. Okay, or something which can rotate, and then you have given some rotation. What will happen? The water will move in this direction, or it will start flowing. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now in this case, what we did? In this case, what we did? If any plasma channel is formed, what was happening? This flushing technique, where we have used one nozzle, this flushing technique was flushing away all these things or machine particles, right? Because here we don't have any other mechanism. But in this case, if we are placing one wheel over here, which will be rotating either in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, then what will happen? Automatically here the dielectrics or all these particles will be flushed away automatically. Okay, so this is the change which you will observe, or this is the difference which you will observe in EDM and EDG. Is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Now I will draw the schematic diagram of EDG, and then one by one I'll explain once again. Okay, clear? So first and foremost, our requirement is what? Our requirement is to have a wheel. Grinding wheel. Now, then second requirement is what? We must have workpiece. We must have one workpiece. In exam, it is very important that you draw all the diagrams neat and cleanly. Workpiece. Now, this workpiece will be mounted on the table with some fixture. Okay. So this is table. Fine. Or a work table. Right. Now, everything must be immersed into a dielectric medium. So we are going to have some dielectrics present on it. Okay, so this is dielectric. Dielectric, right? Now what next? This wheel, or this wheel, this, for rotation or to rotate it, it must be connected with some rotary mechanism. Maybe it will be a motor. So we will have a rotary mechanism. Okay, so it should not only rotate. Up, say it will be removing some portion of some amount of particles, or some debris it will form, and some amount of material it will remove from the workpiece. Then next layer has to appear. So for removing that next layer, we need to maintain same inter-electrode gap. So this is inter-electrode gap, IEG. Inter-electrode gap, or IEG. So if the same gap must be maintained. So in order to maintain that, what we need to do? We need to give some feed to the tool, that means the grinding wheel. So if you want to perform it, what you have to do? You have to connect it with some feed mechanism. And in order to feed it properly or correctly, you need to install some servo system or servo mechanism. Okay, some servo system which will have this up and down motion. Right? So now everything whichever we require, everything we have mentioned. Okay, now spark generation will be taking place here, somewhere here will be generating spark. Okay, now in order to generate spark, what is our goal? We need to connect the table or the workpiece with the positive terminal of the DC power source, and this grinding wheel with all the mechanism must be connected to the negative terminal of the power source. Negative terminal of the power source. And we are assuming here that the grinding wheel is rotating in anti-clockwise, but that is not necessary. It can rotate in clockwise direction too. So here we have the unit, okay, which is pulse generator. Which is the pulse generator. Okay, clear? Now I hope you people have drawn this diagram, or shall I wait for some few more time, some more time, huh? Once you have finished drawing the diagram, then you tell me. Yes, the table will be fixed to the dielectric fluid chamber. This is the dielectric chamber, table has to be fixed. Actually, this will be a complete setup we will be having. Okay. Once you finish drawing the diagram, then you inform me. I hope you people have finished it. Okay. Right. Now, initially the dielectric is not at all flowing. It is simply kept in this chamber. Now, in the previous diagram, as I have said, once the wheel has started moving or started rotating, what will happen? It will start moving the, it will start giving the flow to this dielectric in this direction. So dielectric will move in this direction. So this flushing work automatically it will do. Flushing work automatically it will do. And the remaining working principle is same as I have mentioned. So here in this zone, we are going to have a plasma channel. We are going to have a plasma channel. Okay. So this rotating motion of the field will ensure the effective flow of dielectric in this interelectrode graph. And hence, the flushing of the gap with dielectric medium can be eliminated. That means previous one, what I said. And then mechanism, so already I said. Okay. But here we can find that there is no direct or physical contact between the tool and workpiece. And because of that, fragile and thin section specimens can be easily machined. Okay, so fragile and thin section workpieces can be easily machined. Okay, and EDG is somewhat economical compared to conventional diamond grinding. When we go for diamond grinding, conventional diamond grinding, we go for harder materials. But as I have mentioned in previous classes, that in EDM or EDG, irrespective of hardness, we can remove materials. Okay. So in that case, we can remove a diamond wheel. So diamond is not at all required in this case. So we can save the cost of machining. Okay. And during EDG, the material removal takes place due to melting and vaporization, but the mechanical action also is there. Will not be there like generally we find in case of single point cutting tool or conventional tools. Like in that case, the mechanism is shearing. Okay, but here the mechanism is melting and vaporization. Okay, right. And not only that, EDG also can be used for dressing up metal bonded diamond grit grinding wheels. Okay, remember it, what I'm saying. EDG can also be used for dressing up metal bonded diamond grinding or diamond grit wheels. Okay. Now in EDG, grinding wheels will not have any abrasive, as I said, and here the current flow or current which has to be supplied, that can be ranging between 0.25 to 200 ampere. Okay, then the voltage can range between 40 and 80 volt. Okay, and so this is another one thing. And frequency, pulse frequency can be somewhere in between 50 to 250 kilohertz. Okay, 50 to 250 kilohertz. Right. Now, to achieve the desired MRR and surface finish, we need to choose optimum process parameter. Now, for this also many research papers are available, many research works are done. You can find many optimization techniques. Okay, already I have discussed in previous classes those things. And servo system, I said it is very useful, this servo system, in order to maintain proper inter-electrode gap or IEG. Okay, so if debris somehow blocks the gap, what happens? The workpiece is retracted, or workpiece can be, means this can be moved up, so that here we can have some more gap, and once again we can have this dielectric chamber. Okay, and EDG is capable to machine extremely hard materials. You can use, or you can even machine carbides. Okay, and generally conventional grinding process will take some time, but with the help of EDG we can even make it faster. What I said, carbides, which are very hard. Okay, so carbides can be machined using EDG, right? And in this process, surface finish, okay, surface finish or surface roughness can be very good. Okay, so it will be somewhere around 0.2 to 0.3 microns. Okay, and accuracy maybe somewhere in between plus minus 2.5 microns. Okay, so these are a few data which generally we get with all the experiments in EDG. Okay, I hope you people understood what is EDG process, and next class I will be discussing about WRCAD EDM or WEDM, which is another one important topic. Okay, so in the next class I will be discussing that. Now, already Sadanandam sir has joined. I'll take only 1 minute time to create one poll. Okay, so today whatever I have discussed, so same thing only. Okay, so just you have to answer in yes or no. I have not kept my many choices, only yes or no. Right. So launching the poll, you people can answer it. You have been given 30 seconds time. Sadhananda sir, I just seek your 5 minutes time. Not 5 minutes, 2 minutes I will take. Just 2 minutes.
Okay, sir, no problem.
Okay, till now I have received some votes. So I am ending this. I have given you more time. And unfortunately, you can check it out what answer people have given. That means people did not listen to the class. I said in EDG, we do not use abrasive particles in the grinding wheel. But you people have answered yes. That means we use grinding wheel with abrasive particles. Okay, so this is something which is pathetic to me, that just now only I discussed and now only people could not answer. It shows that you people did not listen to the class. Okay, just last one, another one poll I am launching. Just have a look. I said EDG is used for dressing of the metal bonded diamond grit grinding wheels. Just now only, just 1 minute back only I said. So you have to give in true, false. Just give some answer. I'll wait for another 20 to 25 seconds and let's see. Okay, so I am ending this poll here only. You can have a look that just now, just 2 minutes back only, I have explained something, but after that, 4 students they mentioned because it is not used. Okay, but answer is it is used. In this case, I received a good number of correct responses. So that is the end of this class. Uh, okay, so I'm handing over this session to Sadananda sir.